with stories from the COVID wards.
It was a really hard decision to put somebody on a ventilator. We knew as we spoke to them, we may well be the last people that speak to them.
Then set up a call to my family to say goodbye to everyone. That's the most frightening thing I've ever had to do.
On the COVID ward, today at 3 GMT. And in 60 minutes, we join Roland Pease with a sound tower.
SARS-CoV-2 coronavirus spread into wild deer. Hear about the implications for the future of the pandemic. Also, how reducing deforestation helps tackle climate change and makes future pandemic threats likely, and how to recycle concrete.
This is the BBC World Service, the world's radio station.
I am Lauren Maybury, singer-songwriter in the alternative electronic band Churches. Welcome to Music Life on the BBC World Service, where artists come together to share their experiences of a life in music. Joining me today are three of my favourite current artists. First up, a singer-songwriter best known as the vocalist and guitarist in indie rock band Wolf Alice. It's Ellie Robo. If I enjoy something that I've written and I've managed to record it in a way that fulfills the idea that it came from, that's huge success for me. Next up, a producer-songwriter whose sound blurs genre boundaries to a mind-bending degree. It is Marty Strange.
I'm horrified of making a record that I don't like.
And finally, a singer-songwriter best known for her vocals in indie pop band London Grammar. It's Hannah Reid.
I've been told you fall down a hole in the middle of being too alternative for people who want commercial music and too commercial for people who want alternative music.
All that and more coming up on Music Life.
BBC News with Fiona MacDonald. The UN Climate Summit has adopted a new pact aimed at curbing global warming that many have called the deal a disappointment. The summit's British President Alok Sharma apologised for the way the process had unfolded. He said the agreement would keep within reach the goal of limiting temperature rises to 1.5 degrees.
This is a fragile win, and we have kept 1.5 alive. That was our overarching objective when we set off on this journey 2 years ago, taking on the role of the COP presidency designate. But I would still say that the pulse of 1.5 is weak.
However, the UN Secretary-General said the world was still knocking on the door of a climate catastrophe. The main target of criticism was changing the expression phasing out to phasing down the use of coal, something both China and India had wanted. This report from our environment correspondent, Matt McGill.
While the last-minute row over the phasing down instead of the phasing out of coal will be seen to have weakened this agreement, the Glasgow Climate Pact is still one of the most ambitious attempts yet made to rein in rising temperatures. The actual text of the final agreement is quite progressive, requesting countries to come back again with strengthened plans to cut carbon next year. The UK, as chair of the talks, encouraged countries to pledge new limits on deforestation, methane and coal, and will have positive